So hi guys, welcome back to our thread, our video thread, our video tutorial thread on default values in Python functions. And now we're going to be talking about multiple default values in Python functions. Now if you see here, we just did for in the previous video we did for just one default value. Now we're going to look at multiple default values. So you can have multiple default values when you create a Python function, right? And so that's what we're going to demonstrate here. So here, these are multiple default values. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a function using the def keyword. I'm going to call this create underscore bio. And what we're going to do is we're going to be creating like a data science bio. Now here I'm thinking that we're going to have three parameters. We have name, then we have role, and then we have age, right? Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to introduce a default value here for role, and I'm going to call that data scientist, right? Then I'll introduce a default value for age, and I'm going to call that 25. You see, I just from nowhere, I just picked it out from the air. So I'm just going to put my colon here. Now so what we're going to do with this is creating a data science bio. So this one just going to call it just so that it looks good. Now here I'm going to return. I put an F string here, string formatter, and I'm going to return name, and the name is going to have, so in curly braces I'm going to put a name that represents this guy over here, this parameter. Then I will have role that represents the role parameter. Then finally I'm going to have age that represents the age parameter. So I'm just going to put it here. So you see what I have done here. So I run this. Now when I'm going to call this, I'm going to do a function call, right? And in this function call, I am going to simply have, I'm going to use all default values. So that means for using default values or using all default values, I'm going to omit those parameters. So simply put, I'm going to have create bio, and inside of it I am just going to put my name. And so I have this. And so when I run this, you see what it is, right? It's going to tell you this is my name, it's Pablo. Let me just put a print statement, so it looks good. So name Pablo, role data scientist, age 25, right? So you see that it just does that. Let me put this close by, so they just look really close to each other. So you see what that is, right? So everything has it. So this is how you make use of multiple default values, right? Again, for me to override this, right? So I'm just going to introduce everything I want to do here. So let me just override the default values. So overriding means here I'm just going to print, then I'll create my bio, and in here I'm just going to put values in here. So here I put this, and role is going to be data science instructor, right? and age, I'm going to put, no, age, I'm just going to put 40 here. So there we go. And so you see that now this works. Now, I also want you to know that like default values can play a lot of roles, right? So I just want to do something new here before we round up. So I'm just going to come over here, and I just thought of this as I was working this out. Now, default values and use case. That's what I'm going to call this. Now, I'm going to put default values in here, but this time around I'm going to introduce NA, so which is not available, and here I'll do the same thing, NA not available, and the same thing with age. I'll be like maybe none. You can use none, right? So if there isn't, no, I'll just like NA. I can put none, but I'll have to put an if else statement, I think, and I'll put NA. Now, what happens here is if I don't put an age in here, then something would, I'll just basically have a situation where when I print and I simply just put the create bio without having anything inside, I'm just going to have role NA, age NA. So it's not available. Somebody didn't put in their information, right? Then if I choose to put a name, so I say create bio, and then I just put only my name, and I just put Pablo, and then it's Pablo, but role not available, age not available. Then I put data science instructor, and with that you can see that everything is just making sense, right? Then if at this end I decide to put age, I hope this works, because I don't think, yes, it basically works. So yeah, so you can see that. And so when you put all that, you just get to see what happens when you use default values. And I just did this for I omitted all those. So in case, we're not sure who's there, it's just Pablo or some random person doesn't put in their bio, it just shows not available. So again, so you can see how default values can work. Now, take your time, watch this again. You can start off from the previous video, look at default values in Python functions, then come over to multiple default values in Python functions and play around with it, right? Again, like, subscribe, share with friends and family, learn data science one Python object at a time.